Aloha guys, welcome to the final part of this three-part tutorial dealing in Photoshop. My name is Jayla Scanlon, and today we're going to be finishing our web layout that we had created, and we are going to save these slices that we've created as well so that we can, better have them ready for us when it's time to import into Dreamweaver. So we have all these different slices and they've all been numbered, and now there's a certain way in which we're going to save this. And just to note that when we save this, it's actually going to save in its own folder, and I'll explain it to you as I'm going. So let's begin. So right now we're going to go to save for web and devices, and right now we can see we can actually highlight all these different slices. Now you're probably thinking, why can't we just import the whole image into Dreamweaver? And the reason being is because we want to have separate slices so that we can say if we need to change this portion and add some content to it, we can easily just use this one slice by itself instead of trying to import things onto onto an image. If this thing was a whole image and you tried to import, say, media, or you wanted to add some text or some content, it's going to be very difficult. You're going to be talking about editable regions and all these other kinds of stuff that is just really just time consuming and very unnecessary. So let's get started. So right now it's at 100%. We want to make sure that it fits on screen so we can see every single slice. Now one by one we're going to have to go through each of these slices, and we're going to have to save them a certain way. Right now it's set preset to GIF. We want to make that PNG 24, and as you can see the size is still very small, and we want to keep that at PNG 220 PNG 24, sorry, and just keep everything as is. So keep it default. So the next one, go to PNG 24 and just do that with all of them. Number 3. So I'm just gonna quickly just try and get all of these you know changed to the right format. And the reason why we want it PNG is because it has transparency properties that we will later be using in Dreamweaver, and and it's a lot bigger and better file. You'll receive a lot better quality than a GIF, which it's already set at. So make sure that all of these are PNG 24. I think that's all of it. Okay, so we're good. We have selected all of these different slices and we have set them all to PNG 24. Now we can click save, and right now I created a folder named Scanlon Web, and that's what you'd be required to do as well. Is you have to create a folder that says your last name and then web. So when we're about to save right here, what we want to make sure is that instead of just web or images only, we want to have HTML and images. And the reason being, I'll show you in a second, but we want to keep that default settings, all slices, and so click save. And now, okay, so everything's saved. And so if we go into that folder, I'll show you in desktop, Scanlon Web, as you can see, we have an HTML file right here. So with this HTML file, what it does is that when we enter it into Dreamweaver, it's going to use this HTML file as a reference. This HTML file will have all these separate images that we have sliced up, and it's going to arrange it in the exact order that we had arranged them here in Photoshop. So you can see how that can benefit us. So make sure that you save it to this folder on the desktop, which is your last name and then web, and then it will create an images folder with all the separate images and the HTML, which we will use as a reference later on in Dreamweaver. And that is it for this tutorial and for the final part of this three-part tutorial. Thank you for watching. My name is Jayla Scanlon. Be sure to ask any questions if you need to, and we will see you in the upcoming tutorials.